what made me want to write this book and help other people, but also what made me want to be a self-care coach?
They are, yeah, parts of the same answer. So after my TEDx, that was about 10 years ago now, I have gone through a ton of self-discovery, learning about my thoughts, behaviors, beliefs, and how they were impacting my decisions in life and the outcomes that I was getting. It was most evident to me through my relationships. And so, about 5 years ago, after what was a uh, really tough relationship breakup, I started to really dive into this. And the book was, so when I started to look for help, the answer was always practice more self-care. And I didn't know what self-care meant. To me, that was, going to the gym or getting a massage or going to a yoga class, whatever that was. But I didn't have the time because I was a single mom to 3 kids and I didn't have an extra dollar. So those options weren't really there for me. So other than that, I didn't know what it was. So I started to Google it, like, how do you self-care? Like, as it was a verb, because I just didn't know what it meant. And it would say, well, spend more time by yourself. And that was the absolute last thing I ever wanted to do because I had no idea what I would do with myself. And I would do anything to distract myself from being alone. I would call people or go somewhere. I would never, ever sit home alone. In comparison to last week when I took off for International Self-Care Day and I didn't have enough time in the day to spend by myself. But so one of the things was, one of the parts of self-care was to do more things that made me happy. I had no idea what made me happy. I knew what made my kids happy. I knew what made, everybody else around me happy. So I started to take notes. And at first they were on my phone. I had little sticky notes on my desk that would say, what do you want? What do you need? Because I was never asking myself those questions. So the notes were just in my phone for me so that if I had an extra hour, I could look at it and I would have 40 things on there and I'd say, walk the dog. Nope, I don't want to. Like, I'd be in a mood. So I'd have to get to like maybe the 10th thing and I'd go, okay, I'm willing to do that. But at least I had the options there because otherwise I was lost. So after I had been doing that healing, I was friends with a therapist who had watched me go through that whole process. And he asked me if I would coach a group of his clients on healing from codependency through self-care. So that's how the official coaching got started. But I was an elementary school teacher. I've always been like a teacher at heart. I knew when I was going through my stuff, it had to be able to help other people. That's what kept me going. And so when I started coaching these people, I would say, well, start making a list of things that make you happy. Make a list of the movies that you want to watch. Make a list of the restaurants you want to go to. And so the list from my phone turned into that book.
Wow.